Hi everyone. I have a project share and it is for I'm doing an outgoing swap. I'm participating in Lisa's My Favorite Things swap, and she is Leave It to Lisa Crafts. This is her second annual one. I missed last year's, but all of the reveals were so good. I knew I wanted to participate this year. So for this swap, it's all about my favorite things, and I totally enjoyed being able to create the things that I like and some of my favorite dies, techniques, all of that. So this just made Lisa's swap all that much better to participate in. So her requirements were to use your favorite paper collection, and my all-time favorite paper collection is the Graphic 45 Ocean Blue. I've probably bought 3 total sets of this paper over the years. It's been out several years now, and I've made folios, I've made mini albums for gifts, I've made just all sorts of projects, and loved using this collection over and over and over again. So this is the collection. And the first thing that Lisa wanted on the list was one of her favorites, and that is a pretty notebook. And you could either buy it or make it. So I purchased a pretty notebook, and it goes along with the theme of the paper, Ocean Blue. And it's just a beautiful cover, and it has lined pages in it. So that is the notebook. And second on the list is crafty items made with your 4 favorite dies, fully embellished. So I'll go ahead and show you. This is what I'm going to package all of my swap in. It's a purse that's made out of a gift bag. And sorry, it's pretty big. Hopefully I can get most of the items in the swap in it. But one of my favorite dies is this KS Craft bow die. So I used it on the front of the purse, and the handles, you can see I've got little seashell brads holding the handle, and it is magnetic closure, and it's got lots of room on the inside. So that is what my packaging is going to be, and that's my first die that I love. The second die, I use this one over and over and over again, is the flip-flops. And I've got 4 sets of flip-flops in here. These are shakers, and I've got it attached to acetate already because I tend to package up everything and then realize I still need to do a video, so I have to unpackage everything. But anyway, this is one set, and then these are non-shaker. Thought they were really cute, and these flowers actually go with the flip-flop die. It's part of the set. And then I put artificial flowers on the shaker ones. So this is another color variation, and then the flat ones without shakers and navy blue flowers. So that's number 2 die. And the third of my favorite dies are the paper. It's KS Crafts large paper clip banner die, and it makes this banner. You fold it over. So what I did, I took some burlap trim, and I frayed the edges and adhered it to the paper clip, and just layered up with sentiment and some real seashells. And I love using sequins and putting little seed beads or tying knots with floss in the middle. So that is that one, and that's the back. And then this one is, and I love these fish, so I had to use them on these banners. So here's another sentiment, and the burlap braid on the front. So that's die number 2. And then and these banner dies are going to go in. I made an envelope out of the paper. It's got some octopus on it and a Velcro closure, and they will fit in there perfectly. And then I do have some twine, some raffia twine that I will tie around the outside with a bow. Okay, and then the 4th crafty die item, using my favorite die, is it's a memory dex die, and it is a shaker, and I have used this almost every swap because I can use the memory dex bottom portion and modify it to add on to whatever the theme is for the swap that I'm participating in. So this is a shaker, and I took some gold, actually it's copper, it's kind of like an embossing powder dust, and I just use art glitter glue and just dab it and then dip this in it to get the texture here and on here. And then I've got my little sequins with the seed beads in the middle. Hand cut that little seahorse out and put it on there. So there's fishes swimming around in there. I am a beach bum. I love the ocean. And then I put my information on the back. So that goes in. I usually put my memory decks in a vellum envelope. And I've got one of the sentiments from the collection. So that's my 4 favorite dies. Then the next thing was Crafter's Choice, what you love to make. And I used to be a card maker many years ago, and that morphed into making mini albums and folios, and I just love making them. I have a great big huge stash. So I've started kind of gifting those, but I have, this one is what I made. I move this stuff a little bit. This is a folio. So make sure I'm in frame here. And I took one of the 3x4 cards and just embellished it up with the copper dust and some sequins and some flat backs, and it opens like this. I got it in there, yes. And this section right here, I actually hand dyed some seam binding, and this opens up like this, and you can put some pretty big pictures or whatever you're collecting, postcards, just big things can go in there. Then this opens up, and you've got flaps. These are tall and skinny, but can accommodate a lot of pictures. And then on this one, you've got the ability for 4x6 photos. And that is, this you can put, it's a beautiful, just like it is, but you can put a picture on it. And another one here. So that is the folio that I made. One of my favorite things to do. Another Crafter's Choice that I love to make rosettes. So in this, I had this tied. I untied it. It's tied with a bow. And this is one of the little cases I picked up from Dollar Tree. Came in a set, and it holds these rosettes perfectly. So I've got 2 in the tan and brown. And these are all layered up. This has got, I picked up some webbing type of trim, and it was the perfect colors for this collection. And I did put some copper accents on it, and just it's got a scallop circle back there, and then a sentiment piece, and I put little shells, sequins, seed beads, and that's that one. And this one has a butterfly, and I think I need to put a little bauble right there on that starfish. And then these are the blue ones. Make waves. And this is the other one. And it's a tag that I just attached. And just blinged it up. So those are my rosettes. And then the third item of things I love to make, of course, is bead dangles. I just love making bead dangles. So this one, I backed it on, it's actually a sticker pack that came from Hobby Lobby. So I repurposed the holder and punched a couple holes through and tied a bow. So it's holding this dangle on. So on this dangle, my focal piece is, of course, a mermaid. And I added a few of the clear baubles. I'll show you later. It's one of my favorite things to use in crafting. But all of these are hand wrapped. I've got a crab. I have some brown beads that I thought they looked really well with this collection. Sea turtles, one of my favorite things. Seashells. And there's a starfish on the end of that. So that is, and then I've got a little silver turtle right here. So that is my bead dangle. You might be able to see. I used some different kinds of beads on here. I thought they looked really good. And that's that. So those are my favorite things that I like to do. Then next on her list was favorite decorative crafting items, stickers, bling, fabric, tool, etc. So in doing this, my favorite things to decorate with, of course, is sequins. And I have a sequin next here. And I also love to use, and this is some more sequins. And these are seashells and just other different colors. There's some stars in there, and there's actually a little bit of brown in that. So these are my favorite. They are clear, but when you put them on something, they actually take on the color of what they're being put on. So this is going in my swap as one of my favorite crafting items. And I probably have one more somewhere that I haven't thought about yet that I'll stick in there. Okay, so my favorite crafting tool, and that would be an ergonomic bone folder. I love my bone folder. This This is the one that I use. Been using it for years, and it's good on my hands. I'm older and have arthritis, and this works really, really well instead of the tall, skinny one. And you can also tear tape with it, and it's pretty wide, so you can get a good wide swath when you're doing burnishing. So that's my absolute favorite crafty tool. And then last but not least is my favorite sweet and salty treat. And I have been eating these for years. I am a payday lover. I love peanuts, and I hope whoever gets the swap isn't allergic to peanuts. But anyway, and this is my favorite sweet and salty treat. And I put these in the KS Crafts candy bar holder, and I use the collection. This is a piece, and put that on the back. So that is all of my favorite things for Lisa's swap. I hope you enjoyed everything that I shared, and you have a great day.